Hi, it's Irel and welcome to the Chef Coach channel. In this video, we are going to make one of the most popular fall favorites, pumpkin cheesecake muffins.
Why are you not making this? It's so good.
I will be sharing 2 tips that will help you have an easier time in the kitchen, so be sure to keep an eye out for those throughout the video. Let's get cooking. There are 3 components for this recipe: the streusel topping, the cream cheese filling, and the most important part, the pumpkin muffin mix. We are going to start with the streusel topping. In a bowl, you're going to add all the dry ingredients together. You're going to need 1 cup all-purpose flour, a half cup of light brown sugar, half cup of granulated sugar, and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. This is your tip number 1. Make sure to mix all the dry ingredients first, because if you add in the butter before mixing the dry ingredients together, you will have streusel that is not evenly mixed, and you will end up with chunks of flour and butter with no sugar. You definitely don't want that, because streusel is meant to add sweetness and texture to your muffins. When the dry ingredients are mixed, we are going to add in the melted butter and mix with a spatula until you get a lumpy consistency like this. Now, if you end up with big lumps, make sure to break it apart into smaller pieces so that it can evenly bake in the oven. Now that is completely mixed, we are going to store this in the fridge until we are ready to use it. Before we make our cream cheese filling, we are going to preheat the oven to 375 Fahrenheit. Here is your tip number 2. Before we start making the cheesecake filling, make sure that your cream cheese is room temperature and soft, or else you will be whisking this forever. So definitely make sure to take your cream cheese out of the fridge a couple hours before you do this recipe. In a stand mixer with a whisk attachment, you're going to put 16 ounces of cream cheese, room temp, and whisk this until smooth and fluffy. It should take about 3 to 5 minutes. Add in 2 egg yolks at room temperature and make sure to completely mix this. Add in the rest of the ingredients, a tablespoon of vanilla and a 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. Mix until the sugar is dissolved and evenly distributed throughout the filling. I'm going to transfer this into a different bowl and set it aside. We have to keep this in room temperature so that way we don't have a hard time putting it in the muffin tins. We are finally going to work on the muffin batter. In the mixing bowl, you are going to mix 1/3 cup of unsalted butter that is room temperature, 2/3 cup of light brown sugar, and 1 cup of white sugar. While that is mixing, we are going to get our dry ingredients and mix it together in a separate bowl to ensure that it is properly mixed and there are no random lumps of flour in the batter. Take 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 2.5 teaspoons baking powder, 3/4 teaspoon baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Whisk this together in a bowl and make sure it's all incorporated. Once the sugar and butter mixture is mixed, we are going to add 2/3 cup of pumpkin puree, 1 large egg and 1 egg yolk room temperature, 1 1/3 cup whole milk Greek yogurt, 3/4 cup milk room temperature, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Once those are completely mixed, we are going to add dry ingredients and mix until it's just combined. Now you are going to assemble everything so that we can start putting our muffins in the muffin tin. We need our streusel topping, our cream cheese filling, and our muffin mixture. We are aiming for a marbled effect on these muffins because we want each bite to have the cream cheese filling. So we are going to take at least 1/4 cup of batter into the muffin liners, and then 1/4 cup of cream cheese, and then you are going to keep doing that until you have filled up the tin while still leaving 1/4 inch space on the top so that you can put the streusel. Once you have filled up the muffin tins, we are going to tap it on the counter to get all the air bubbles popped. Now you are ready to sprinkle the streusel on top. Keep in mind that the muffins will rise in the oven while baking, so about 1/4 inch space should be enough space for the muffins to rise. And then it's going straight to the oven. Bake this for about 30 to 40 minutes or until the middle is set and cooked all the way. You can check by using a toothpick. Poke the toothpick into the middle of the muffin and it should come out with little to no crumb. If you like this type of content, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Take the muffins out of the tin and let it cool for a couple minutes before serving. Thank you so much for watching and supporting, and I'll see you in the next video.
What are you doing? Why are you not making this? It's so good.